Let's see if it's going to work. Did we click all the boxes right? Green. Green is go. Green is good. Let's see if anybody's on the live chat.
What are you doing, Daisy?
She's really funny.
Are you laying on that pile?
Anybody there? Hello, Living Like Claire. Hello. Hi, Christopher. Hello.
Christopher.
No, from Star Trek.
Oh, yeah.
I don't see, nobody knows we're here. Hey, Rusty. How are you? Figure we'll go, we'll talk about the, here. We'll go to the wide camera. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Here is our mess. Hi, guys. Hey.
This is a mound.
JM's here, Mama.
Hi, Jen.
Hello.
How are ya? I miss you, my friend.
Melody, Rick, and Alicia. And we got Rusty, Aaron, Korean, Amber, Shelly. Hey, guys. Well, you can see that we're all here. Gang's all here.
Physically, not
yeah.
mentally.
And what we figured we would do, let's just, I'm too far away. I gotta,
You're too far away.
I should be over here so they can see you too.
Oh, it's really okay here.
But, we have been getting tons and tons and tons of questions about all the crazy stuff that's going on in our life. And so the easiest way that we figure we could do it is just show you. Take a look. Wait a sec here. I'll go. Oh, they can't see they will here in just a second. How about this? Oh, boom, 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 boom. You see these totes, guys? We have, just in the other room, about 12 of them?
Yeah.
About 12 of them.
And then there's a few here.
And, yeah, there's a few here. But we have been going through, sorting through clothing.
Yeah.
And, well, you may ask yourself, Self, why would they be doing that?
Because we hate ourselves.
No, it's that we're preparing, getting ready for a move. And, well, there's a lot of clothes that we have that we don't need. And, well, explain how this happened, Mama. How did we get all these clothes? Because it wasn't planned.
We did not buy but maybe 2% of these clothes. The rest of the 98% of these clothes were gifted to us.
Yes.
When Brad worked at the church, these very well-off folks saw that we had lots of kids, and they were very generous, and gave us their hand-me-downs, which I love hand-me-downs.
Well, and let me tell you what, guys, these hand-me-downs
are
nice hand-me-downs.
Abercrombie and Fitch. I mean, there's a North Face jacket laying around here somewhere.
I would say that
Did you claim that one, Claire?
Did you?
Yeah.
She grabbed it.
Or a North Face sweater.
Claire Cam. There it is. Let's just say that about probably 5% of the hand-me-downs still had tags on them. Yeah, what's that one? Oh, no, there we go. I crush, therefore I am. That's nice.
Caleb will love it. And with Caleb, okay, so he has 2 older brothers, and we kept probably half of their, yeah, you can play with those. We kept probably half of the clothes that they didn't wear because they didn't like it or didn't ruin it. And so now I'm sorting those by size for Caleb, and I won't ever have to buy him clothes, ever. Except maybe underwear and socks. So.
Well, we can, No. I was going to say something. Now, stop. Censor yourself, Brad.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
a good idea. So, we are only, okay, once again, there are 9 of those totes out in the other room. I honestly think that we're about 60% of the way through.
Seriously, there's more?
Mama, we only did I told you what we did.
Yeah, I just
In the shed. We didn't do that whole front part. You see, but here's the thing, guys, is that what we did, I think, was pretty wise. Mama labeled all the boxes when she went through the clothes.
Yeah.
And she labeled them boys and what age brackets and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So there is one bin for every size for the kids. Like
Every size.
Every size for the girls, and one bin for one size for every of the boys. You know, for Caleb really now. So that way it's, you know, honestly, these clothes were given to us, and it's just wise not to put them, you know,
Be bad stewards.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. To
Yeah.
be bad stewards of them.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but even shirts at Goodwill are $4 or $5.
Well, those are adult shirts. Kids' shirts are $2.50.
Still.
Yeah.
Well, we're gearing through because what the plan is to go ahead and have a yard sale probably tomorrow, probably the next day, and hopefully we can weed through some of this stuff, and then the stuff that the kids don't necessarily like, or they might be a little rough, not too bad, but then we can take them to Goodwill, or, you know, I think there's which one's that one, the church one?
Is it Samantha's Closet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are in a full court press prepping for our move. Mm-hmm. And we will tell you news on that later. But till then, I've got a list, guys. I've got a list of stuff we got to talk about. Something really moving and important. Moving and important has happened in the life of our family. And that is this lady here, Macy. She gave birth to a baby.
You have to say it high pitched like that.
Sure. Sure. So Macy, who is our cow that the Barn Geek Aaron, his dad, has graciously sold us at unbelievable price. And I couldn't believe it too, but they were so generous that they were allowing us to keep the calf.
Yep.
And so that brings us to calf video. So if you would like to see the calf, Aaron was so cool that he went and filmed it. He didn't catch the birth. He said it was just a little bit late, but there's a link down below in the description, guys, that'll take you to his YouTube page, and you can watch that later, or if you want to watch it now, open up a new window and you can watch it both. So you can see like an actual adult cow like me, and then a baby cow like the baby cow. So,
nice, honey.
But that means that we have a really cool thing getting ready to happen. And what do you think that could possibly be, Claire?
Lots of milk.
Cleaning.
No.
Oh, with the
baby cow. What do you got to do with a baby cow?
You gotta take care of it and pet it and name it.
Naming. We're gonna have a naming contest, guys. And before, Renate she's already. It's Renata. I'm sorry. Take on.
I knew someone in Florida, and that's how she spelled her name, and she pronounced it Renata. I don't know if this gal does, but hopefully she does.
Well, hopefully she'll forgive me if I said it wrong.
Right.
So,
I'll hate you forever.
Rage. But this little cow is a boy cow, and so it's up to you guys. You're gonna have to come up with a name. I think what we'll do is we'll try to announce the official contest on. We're announcing it now, but we'll have to pick it out.
Pick the name. Probably Sunday.
Yeah, probably Sunday. Name it Fred, says Trucking It Up. Actually, when I heard that the cow was born and it was a boy, my initial name that popped into my head was Leonard. What do you think about Leonard? Thor, says Katie. Joseph, brown cow equals chocolate milk, says Jen.
I love that.
So you guys come up with your best naming names, and leave them in a comment section down below, or you can email them to us. But we'll have something to give away. I don't know what, but it has to be cow-like.
Max the movie.
What do you think?
Micah says Ferdinand.
Ferdinand's a good name for a cow.
Like that.
And it's a boy cow.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What's the mama's name again? Her name is Macy. Micah's a good name. Except, I don't know.
Name it after Micah.
Well, that's what you said.
No, I said Ferdinand. Micah's a person.
Oh. I thought you meant love the name Micah.
Micah
'Cause Claire-
suggested Ferdinand.
Yeah.
Well, right, but I'm reading Claire's comment, and I didn't know that his name was Micah. And she says, love the name Micah. So I'm thinking, well, I guess you want to name the cow Micah.
No, I didn't. I
That's
forgot.
why.
Name it Delicious, yes. Mama, what was the one you initially
Chuck.
wanted?
Chuck.
Name it Chuck?
Yeah.
Well, if it makes him feel any better, Go and Batty named a rabbit after me.
Claire?
Yeah, and Off Grid Nation, they named a chick after me.
A chick?
Wow, Claire, you're
Ooh.
popular.
Chicks. Steak.
Chicks and ducks.
I like Bucky, says Loveless. MCLF Family Gardens. T-Bone. That's a good one. T-Bone.
That's Thumper's name.
Yeah, we got a rabbit that it's not his. Is it a him or a her?
I don't know.
We don't know.
I don't think it matters. The thing is, 8, 9 years old?
Well, you're supposed to know this. You raise rabbits.
Yeah.
I haven't really checked under the hood lately.
No. I haven't. Probably won't either.
Name the cow Pork Chop, says Rusty.
That's funny.
pretty good. I had a friend who had cats, and he named his cats 1, 2, and 3. He was an unusual dude, this guy. So, okay, moving on. Staying on our list. Oh, I know what it was. For those of you guys who've been grabbing some soap and buying some soap, we are very, very grateful because we'd really not like to pack it up if we can avoid packing it up. But I think we're down to, what, 2 cents?
Right now we have lavender and then 2 bars, I think, of plain.
Okay, so if you're into lavender soap and let's back up. Ask yourself, am I a person who needs soap?
I'm dirty.
Am I dirty from time to time? Am I in need of washing? And the answer
Yes.
is probably yes.
Yeah.
So if you
Every
need
day.
soap, we happen to have soap.
Yes, we do. We have soap.
And for the mere pittance of, I actually don't know what we're selling it for. It's on the website. So for real good price on soap, come get your soap.
You are so funny.
Yeah. Claire. There she is. Claire's leaving. Claire's leaving soon.
She is leaving. She's leaving
I'm
me.
leaving you.
Tell about what's going on,
Okay.
Claire.
Will they hear me if I'm...
Yeah.
Okay. So, next Wednesday, I am leaving to go to Seattle to go to a Christian camp and also visit my mentor.
Mentor or maybe like a, I don't know, like a.
No, she's my mentor.
What is it when bad guys have a mentor?
Nemesis.
Nemesis? No.
No,
That's not the
that's
word I'm
their
looking
they're the minion.
Minion, that's it. That's what I was looking for.
Wait.
Are you more like a minion?
I'm more like the tag along.
Hey, she's in her apron.
Nice.
We're we're going through all of our clothes to get ready to move.
We're
Look at this.
decluttering.
This is serious
So
decluttering.
proud.
Oh, excuse me. Blessings. Man, oh man.
You alright?
No, actually.
Put your arms up in the air.
Everybody's saying sniff, sniff, don't leave me.
I know. I'm heading for the ground. Over Claire. Oh, she says, oh boy, I wish I lived closer. I would come and help.
Oh man, I wish you were here.
Let me just say, we would accept that gift with great rejoicing. Hey, also, guys, we got a really, really cool package in the mail from some friends of the channel.
It's out in the other room, Claire.
No.
You told me to take some of the stuff in the
What?
other room.
They're out there. Oh, you
No, I'm
you're
just-
not going to show it? Okay.
Missy, she sent, and Taylor. Where's Taylor? There's Taylor. He's a rock star.
Yep.
And he sent this card.
It's so
Check
cool.
this card out. Boom. Oh, and do not kid yourself. He did not neglect the Iron Man graphic, which is
know.
awesome. And they sent us some things that were really, really kind of funny and awesome, like poison ivy soap. Can't go wrong with poison ivy soap, right?
No, not at all.
And then there were some other goodies, but I thought the funniest thing is as they know that we're looking for a new homestead, she went ahead and felt free to go ahead and get us like a guide, a realty guide, and all kinds of information on the area. So
That's so cool.
So yeah, very cool. Thank you guys. And but Claire, tell us about your experience last time.
So last time I went for a week, because camp, when you're a certain age, it's only a week, and it's 2 different sections. There's normal camp, and then there's something called TCL. And TCL is where people go, and you have to sign up. It's an application process. You don't just get to show up, and they review all of the applications that come in, and you have to answer a lot of questions on your relationship with God and what you think certain scriptures mean, and you also have to agree to certain things, or they're like, no, we don't really want a lot of division. And so I'm going to TCL, and it's basically where you help upkeep the camp, you help clean up after dishes and stuff like that, and you also get to just hang out. And last year I was one of the, not lifeguards, but I would help with all of the swim tests, make sure the kids didn't drown. So that's good.
That's funny. Well, and the camp
Winning, Claire. Winning.
is very service oriented.
Yes.
Which I absolutely love. They do have 2 camps running at the same time. They have the TCL, and then they have a, junior high kids?
Mm-hmm.
Are they junior high kids or younger?
They have a range of, from I think it's first or second grade, all the way through high school.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So, yeah, these kids will go, and then the TCL kids will help clean, like Claire said, clean up and learn to be servants for Christ, and I love that.
Yeah. It's definitely really heavy service oriented, and geez, oh Pete's, guys, think of, society the way it is right now, and most kids are just addicted to their cell phones or video games or whatever, and
Very self-absorbed.
and so the more of that mentality that can be out there, that hey, we really do need to be helping each other out, I think is an absolute amazing thing.
Yeah.
So Claire, we salute you. Now you gotta sing a song or something.
No.
No?
No.
No singing?
No.
I could bring some music in for you. Little theme songs.
Okay, this shirt's really old. Look at this.
What's that one?
It's a Space Mountain shirt.
Oh my gracious, it probably is worth money. It's vintage. They call that retro, and then all of a sudden you gotta pay 5 billion times more.
Yeah. Let's see if I can find a date on it.
Okay.
I know where we got this.
Alright. Hi Brad and everyone. Hi Daniel. We're just here answering some questions and stuff. Nothing real formal. Just needed a break with all this stuff. It's hot outside and hauling junk around, So Claire is heading out. We're going to be, the goal is for tomorrow to start a yard sale.
Yard sale!
And
I
I
hate
don't know.
yard sales.
Well, but we're not going to price everything out.
No.
Kids' clothes are going to be what, 50 cents?
Yep.
Adults,
Here's
don't know.
another cool one.
What's that one? Oh, yeah. Little Star Wars action.
Star Wars Lego.
See, I don't know. Maybe we should just make all the clothes 50 cents. What do you think?
That's fine. I don't care. You know how much I love yard sales.
Yeah. So what do you guys think? All clothes 50 cents? Or should it be children's clothes 50 cents and adults $1? What say you, people of YouTube? Oh, well, it's going. Gone, Claire says. Gone.
No, I misspelled something on accident.
Plaid shirts are a premium price. That is so true, Coco.
Well, and this one here, check this one out. This is a Ralph Lauren shirt. I would never, ever buy a Ralph Lauren shirt just because they're ridiculously expensive. But that's a nice plaid shirt.
Kimmy is suggesting that we keep it at the same price because it would be just a lot easier.
Okay.
I agree with that, too, because, there's going to be people that, well, okay, if you've had any yard sales or garage sales, you'll know that there's certain types of people that come to these things where they'll come up with a mess of stuff. They'll find a bunch of stuff they want, and then they don't even really know how much, they got there. Really, they'll just go, will you take $1 for this? For the whole thing. And yeah, and so sometimes that gets under my skin if they like pick out stuff that's really expensive and they know it and they're just trying to kind of rip you off. And then I'll just be like, no, go put it back.
That's why I hate yard sales.
But there was a suggestion here too, Mama. What if we had a price per bag? They could fill up a bag, and then it was whatever you stick in that bag clothes-wise.
Okay.
What do you think?
We need to get bags.
Well, we do need some price tags for like the regular stuff that's selling.
Yeah, but I've got like printer labels we can use for that.
Phoebe made a suggestion too. That's a good one. Do that towards the end of the day.
Yeah, that's what the rummage sale used to do.
Yep. Give them package prices for everything they want. Gargamel, are you guys moving? The answer is yes.
Gargamel?
Gargamel. You remember? From
I know,
Smurfs.
that's why. That's great. I love that name. I loved the Smurfs when I was a kid.
Corey says we've had people steal at our yard sales. That's pretty low.
That is low.
That's pretty low.
I mean, you're poor. Just ask. We'll give it to you.
That's pretty funny. Two Family Homestead. So, do you have girls sizes 7, 8, 10, 12, probably size 16 girls?
We do, however, those are the sizes we're keeping.
Oh.
No, you know what? I take that back. There are several in here in this pile that are those sizes. I don't know how many. We're trying to eliminate the things that we have to have.
Right.
And I've done this 4 times. This is the 4th time we've done this.
In
Since
2 years?
In 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had, in the beginning, we had enough literally to open a thrift store.
And you know what? That's one of those things where you just look back and you go, man, that would have been so easy to do.
Yeah.
Gargamel is asking, where are you moving to? We will get to that later. Mm-hmm. We will.
Not today.
Well, we have news on that, but we can't tell today.
No.
And there's reasoning for it. So you're going to have to hang in there and not throw stuff at the computer because you're irritated with me.
Right.
Are keepers at Homestead, are you purging to sell the house, or do you have an imminent move? That will be all in the later news.
in
All
the
of
future
those
news.
things.
In the
Yes.
news. We'll give you more news. Claire, did you have a great trip? Linda, she hasn't gone yet.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, she leaves on Wednesday.
And she's going to fly like
6
an
days.
eagle
Yeah.
to the sea. Yep.
Makes me sad.
Do you have any 2-year-old clothes? Mom.
Yes.
Probably.
Who's asking?
That's Crystal Johnston.
Yes. I don't know how many. We haven't sorted them. We've gone through all the bins, but we have not sorted the pile. That sounds lovely.
Somebody just broke something in the other room.
Yeah.
What's up, Smoking Reptile?
Yeah.
How are you doing, keepers? I know this is kind of random, but could I maybe drop off a prayer request here? I don't have friends, family, or church. Sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Bring it on. We are absolutely a family of faith. Let's see. Hit thumbs up before I watch. Then I don't forget. Thank you. We appreciate that, Joanne. Beautiful is what your prayer request. Yeah. Phoebe's one of the folks that hangs with us in the morning devotional, which is on a different channel, by the way, guys. So if you're into a Bible devotion, we do one Monday through Friday, and it's 10:30 a.m. Eastern, and we just generally go about a half hour. Throwing things at my tablet. Why tease us? Kelly, you're going to know why. We'll tell you why. It's not meant to torment. Actually, it's probably more for our own sanity, to be honest.
Exactly.
That's probably more true.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we have too many size 12 clothes. Size 12 clothes.
What you got, Mama?
The boys stuff. I have to reduce some more because
Well,
I
keep the
want
good
one
stuff.
bin per size. And if it's too big, there's too much, then I have to weed through again.
Wonderful,
That's
blessed.
okay.
Oh, sorry, didn't mean
No,
to.
it's okay.
Sorry.
No.
Wonderful, blessed life. I love watching the devotions while I do my treadmill time.
Sweet.
Maybe I should be on the treadmill while I'm doing that. But that'd be huffing and puffing. Oh, Lord. Catch me, Jesus.
Maya is throwing stuff at her phone.
Maya.
Sorry.
It's Maya.
It's Maya? I've been
It's
saying it
Maya.
wrong this whole
Yes.
time?
I kept trying to tell you. You wouldn't listen.
Daniel, God is my judge. Don't want to jinx it. That's part of it.
Yeah,
that is
that's
honestly
it.
part of it.
Mhm.
Because we've been through how many now? About 4 different possibles?
Well, and we've only announced one of them.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing is this, guys. Well, you know what? I'll give the 30-second version of how we got here to this moment. How we got to this and piles of clothes. We bought our house 3 years ago here with a USDA Rural Development Loan Program. We were told that we can have animals and we can do whatever we want because we're rural. That's hard to say that a bunch.
Rural.
Try to say that 10 times fast, Claire. On your mark, get set, go.
Rural.
She can't even say it
Rural.
Say wristwatch.
Wristwatch.
I think rural's harder.
Yeah, it is.
So anyway, we got a USDA Rural Development Loan, which was awesome, to be honest. And if you guys don't know about this loan program, it's incredible. It's in rural areas, imagine that, and there's several criteria that you have to meet, but it's zero down, and really, really, really low interest rates, and they let you go longer than the standard 30 years if you want, and it's great. However, we were under the assumption because it was the USDA, and they told us, sure, you have no problem with animals. So we ended up getting some chickens, and we ended up getting some goats, and we have rabbits, and we have our little cow named Harriet.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the new one.
Had our cow.
Yeah.
You're not listening.
And so one of the reasons why that was so important to us is because our daughter Grace has, she eats through a G tube, a feeding tube. She had a lot of problems when she was a baby. And by the grace of God, all children's saved the day by the grace of God. But she's not, the food that she is given is really a lot of sugar and stuff that we don't want to feed her.
Nasty black chemicals, and it's gross.
Mm-hmm. So we started doing some research, and Mama really got down to the point where it's like, okay, raw goat's milk, raw cow's milk, and then we supplement with vitamins and minerals that are liquid, and she gets 100% of her nutrition that way, and it's affordable for us. Yeah. And, well, I don't know who did it or whatever, but it's got to be, 2 months ago now?
Yeah.
Maybe 2 months ago, somebody called zoning, whether it's a neighbor or there's even people that say that it might have been one of the people that was a subscriber to our channel but is disgruntled now. They didn't like us for whatever reason. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
But they called zoning, and zoning sent a letter, and they said if you don't get rid of your animals in 30 days, we will fine you $500 a day.
Yeah.
And did you hear that right? Yes. Hey, Jonathan. $500 a day. So, after we got really mad, we also realized that this was probably God speaking to us to get moving, because in the past we felt like we were supposed to have something bigger. We were supposed to do stuff on a bigger scale, and we were very sure of that. But in all honesty, we kind of just got comfy. Yeah. And so I think that even though somebody intended to do us harm, I think God's redeeming that, in that there's been so many cool things that have happened in this past 2 months, guys. I can't even tell you. You guys have been great. there's been so many people sending, little encouragements, or, here's a card like this one right here, encouraging us to keep going. And so we basically got it in our head that's like, okay, we've got to move out of here. God's going to provide. And we know that we're supposed to go. The problem is we don't know where we're supposed to go. So we started looking into different properties, and there was one that we mentioned to you guys because it really looked like it was going to work out. And there were some great people. It was a house in Michigan, and the community was really, really awesome. And the church up there that we were thinking about working with actually thought, hey, well, you're a praise and worship leader. This will work out well. Why don't you come in and help us out? But then when all the stuff started actually coming together, there were big pieces missing.
Yeah.
And even though the folks there were amazing, we didn't feel like it was where we were supposed to go. And so we have not stopped looking from that moment. As a matter of fact, we've been all over.
We went to Tennessee.
The house in Tennessee was cool, however.
There's no internet whatsoever.
Yeah, you can't even get internet there.
Right. We looked into getting an Amish house in Ashtabula.
Yep, Ohio.
Yeah, and there's no electric and no indoor bathrooms. And we were going to go up and look at it, but the guy said that the day before we could come, there was somebody coming to sign a purchase agreement.
Yeah, so it's like, why did you tell us at all?
Yeah, so.
Yeah, and then we've continued. There was another place in Tennessee that, oh my gosh, this is crazy. I shared this with Mama yesterday, but we thought that the house was great where this place was, and we talked to the lady, and she said, well, there's one other person that is in front of you that has the right of refusal, okay?
Yeah.
And so we just kind of checked it in our mind that it's not going to happen because there was somebody else in front of us. And just yesterday, I kid you not, this was the province of God, because we were all excited. We're like, this is perfect. They got this, they got that. It's got all this. And then, but then we were like, oh, the other person's going to get it. This is going to be bummer. Yeah. Well, what happened with that was the other person started doing some of the inspections, and come to find out that the home was only perk tested for sewer or septic for 2 people.
Yeah.
Had we jumped on a deal that was offered from that,
we would have been hosed.
Oh, we would have been looking at a $30,000 revamp of the septic, even if you could do it. Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah. And generally, when you do a perk test, it's the land that's the issue, not the septic tank.
Correct. So
it would land, we would not have been able to live there or anything. We would have had to move. So,
but you're still on the hook for the payment.
Well, yeah.
Because if you buy it, it's yours.
It's yours. Yeah, exactly. So.
Wait a sec, Mama Tabitha H, stay-at-home wife and mom, says my 1-year-old is kissing y'all on the computer screen.
Aww, nah.
Thank you.
So sweet, baby.
Thank you. So, we kept looking for homes, and in a lot of ways, it was an emotional roller coaster every time you'd think you'd found something. Mm-hmm. Because you're like, this is it. This is going to be great. This is going to look at all this. And in your mind, you're starting to work out how things are going to go. And
God has the place for us, honey. He'll reveal it to us.
Well, we think he has.
Right, I know.
And we're trying not to jinx it this time, guys.
No, so sorry for the suspense, but you guys will see. It will be worth it.
Well, and let's just say this. The place that we're looking at right now, I think in all honesty, would be our absolute ideal.
Yeah.
There were other places that we were like making concessions.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, well, this one's not this, or this one has only 2 or 3 acres, or this one has...
Or this one's very hilly, and you really can't have cows on this particular property, because it's heavily wooded. And
yeah.
Yeah.
And so we were making concessions, and this one, I don't think there's any concessions. And
Not at all.
and Andrea, you're killing me. I can't tell you yet. Andrea's wanting to know what state. I'll tell you what. There's one state that we're generally in, and that's the state of confusion. So,
That's funny.
However, for you guys out there who watch the channel and watch our adventures, if this goes through, you're gonna see some adventures I can't even imagine. It's gonna be crazy. It'll be
fun.
awesome. So, but very soon we will be able to tell you everything. So stay tuned. But please be patient with us because okay. I'll say this. The people that we're working with, they're also believers and they want this to work out for everybody. And we want it to work out for them. And right now it's looking like everything's going bam. Even things that would seem difficult to do, are just kind of going plopping together. But we will tell you, B-Lady's killing me.
I know.
North,
Okay.
south, east, or west.
We can't tell you guys until it's a done deal.
Right.
Because
Claire, you can go back to your cam. There's your
Okay.
cam.
we can't tell you until it's a done deal because people get their hopes up and we get our hopes up and it absolutely crushes us. So,
Yeah.
just saying.
Well, and it's confused a lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of people that are, friends of ours of the channel, they're like, wait a minute, I thought you were going to Tennessee. Wait, no, wasn't
I
it
thought it was
Michigan?
And it is confusing for us as well because we don't know exactly where the place is, that God is leading us to, but we're thinking that this might, and I was kind of skeptical about this one too at first.
Lone
Don't
Star.
tell why.
I won't tell why.
Lone Star.
What'd he say?
So what you're saying is it's in Texas.
Lone Star. Lone Star. Can we tell him when we're going to go look at the place with intent to
No,
sign?
Not yet. Because we have to clarify with that with her.
Okay. Let's just say that what we think is going to happen is sometime in the very near future, we are going to go and visit this place with intent to sign papers.
If everything
If everything's right,
solid.
that's our intention. Jennifer, they're trying to get any bit of information out of us. How far is the drive? I'll say that it's less than 14 hours.
Don't be vague in any way, honey.
Well, because Jen knows then it won't be California.
Right. Sorry, Jen. You know how I feel about California.
California,
Yeah.
oh my gosh. You're probably the only thing we like in California.
Yeah,
I
yes.
don't know about that. That's a little much. But
That's the only thing I like.
No, B-Lady.
What is a zip code? I don't know.
I don't know. Don't.
I actually don't know,
no,
and that's the truth. Scout's honor.
Zip code would give it away.
Yeah.
I will say, I can give them a hint.
No.
No,
don't give
no,
them
because
hints.
they'll never
No.
notice. It's in the same.
No,
Don't
you.
How'd they know
No,
that?
no.
don't say
No, 'cause they
anything.
know where you're from. No,
Whatever.
no. See, I knew this was gonna happen. When he's gonna spill the beans.
I'm not going to
guys.
spill the beans.
Don't push him anymore.
So what
I'm
she's
just glad
saying is,
I'm over here. I can't see the comments.
yeah, no kidding. There's some of them are funny.
Yeah,
Ground prepper could be Michigan. That's what he's saying.
it could be.
Phoebe, too many liberals in California.
That's right.
Well, I will say also though, Phoebe, there are a lot of good people in Cali.
Yes.
I tease about that, but there's a lot of great folks there. 14 hours with Brad driving. Is Brad driving?
Yeah, because he won't let me drive.
Nope. And actually, okay, I'm
He had
gonna.
more speeding tickets than me.
What?
Actually, we're tied.
I've only gotten one ticket ever,
So, me too.
and it was not my fault.
No, that was not your fault.
But I have to admit it and say that I
You
got one.
have gotten pulled over more for speeding than me.
That's true. One time, but you know what's amazing? Here's a life lesson, everybody out there. It's amazing how people's attitudes, if you're a police officer, if your attitude when you come up to the, he walks up and you roll down the window and you're in a stinky mood and, imagine that. The police officer is going to be professional, but they will probably not try to figure out ways to help you out.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're like, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, you make sure you keep your hands where they can see them and you're polite. It'll get you out of some of those situations where maybe they had a choice.
Well, you used to bribe the lunch lady into getting more yumminess, and so you can get out of anything. Stinker.
Yes, I actually did.
I know.
It was kind of a cool story though. Like, I would sweet talk the lunch ladies.
Yeah.
Is that a new haircut? Boy, that looks nice. That kind of thing.
So bad.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. But this is a true story. I played saxophone in high school and I was really good at it. And so I auditioned to be in the Marine Corps President's Jazz Band. And I made it. I auditioned and I made it. So I actually had to leave for Parris Island mid-year to make everything work out. And so I leave for boot camp, and come to find out, I got a letter from my mom while I was in boot camp. And it was she just said it was a really proud moment of hers because one of the lunch ladies was so concerned about all of a sudden I was just gone. I just was gone, and she didn't know what happened. She wanted to know what's wrong or whatever. So she went to the principal. The principal called my mom, and which is really weird because the principal ought to know when a student's not there like that, whatever.
Yeah.
So, but then my mom ends up talking with the lunch lady, and she was just like, "Oh, he's always so polite, and he's always so kind, and da 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 da."
Like, who are you talking about? That's not my kid.
Yeah. So, and I really was trying to be polite, but it was also, they give you extra little here and there. But anyway, I forget, where were we going with that?
We were talking about people were asking you about bribing and.
Oh, bribing. Yeah, no. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a funny story but he did do that in high school.
Well, what is that? I don't know. I guess you just have an ability to schmooze with people.
Oh, yes, you do.
No likes till they spill the beans.
That's not fair.
Who said that?
Last nice guy number one.
That's
hey,
funny.
How about this last guy? If you don't be nice, I'll ban you so you can't come see the Tech Talks.
Come on now.
Because he likes. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
No. I would.
Claire would. She's the hammer. Claire the hammer. Gargamel, so you were a Marine. Actually, no. And I can tell you why. And I do not have that high honor of being called a Marine. I have great respect for Marine Corps and all who've served. And but here's the story on that. While I was in boot camp, I was in for probably, 3 weeks. And then Staff Sergeant Waters, Drill Instructor Staff Sergeant Waters came out and addressed everybody and said, hey, the Gulf War basically just started. The ground war is in effect. No one will be trained for anything except infantry from this moment forward. We do not know if they will be taking us into battle. They didn't know anything. They were just... Because at that point, nobody knew it was going to be such a short thing. I mean, that could have been really, really, really bad. So while I was in, I had an odd situation because I had to audition to be into the band, and so I actually got a contract from the Marine Corps, basically saying that that was my job, and unless the only way that they could, I had to break the contract, which was weird. But I had my uncle was a full bird colonel in the Army forever, and so he helped me navigate that. But then when Staff Sergeant Waters said, hey, the Gulf War's broken out, he actually brought a few guys in who had unique circumstances like myself, and he basically said, you have a choice. You can be here in the infantry and hope that things get better fast, or you can go home. And I have the greatest respect for those guys. And man, oh man, one of the biggest regrets of my life is not getting those dress blues. But I did choose to come home because I did not. My life was music. And actually, it's kind of interesting because after that, I got in a band that got a record deal. And we toured all around the country and the world doing ministry. And that's what we did for, geez, oh Pete, it's like 15 years. So had I taken the infantry route, life would have been drastically different. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it at all. It just wasn't my calling.
Or mine.
Yeah. But man, those guys, the dress blues, man, they are sharp. Sharp as a tack. How many months of winter is in that state? How do you?
About the same as here.
So, oh, now who's giving up information? Tell me not to spill the beans. Maybe you need to start asking her questions, huh? So, Brad, think bubblegum. Yes, I like bubblegum. What?
Are you gonna bribe you with bubble gum?
Oh, yeah, no, I didn't even think about that.
That's what they're doing.
Oh, that's funny. I kind of checked out. I was telling the story. But I have my own bubble gum. It's right on my desk.
Yeah. Bubble
Brad,
gum,
you
jelly beans.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Jelly beans. Oh, she's going for the jelly beans. Hey, B, where do you live? Can you give a state where you live? Because I think I've remembered you saying it in an email, but I will have a lot of bee equipment that is not going to come with us. Lots.
Lots and lots.
And when I say lots, over 10 hives.
Yeah.
Tickets to Legoland.
Tickets to Legoland.
No. Was Jen saying that?
Yeah, she knows how to really press a guy.
No, it's gotta be airfare for
No.
everybody. No, I'm just
No.
kidding. Oh, I'll tell her if it's airfare and tickets to Legoland.
Jeez.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Come to Pennsylvania, known for pretzels, chips, and whoopie pies.
Now you want to know where I am. We already know where you
Well,
are.
I'm saying I got a lot of bee equipment, and I'm probably going to have to put it on Craigslist.
I don't want to have to do that, but I'd rather give it to somebody who needs it.
Well, man, that's an excellent idea, Mama. Maybe we can get some new beekeepers started.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. Maybe you guys can help us think this out, because we have several beehives that just need a little bit of touching up.
Some loving.
They just need to be repainted and stuff like that, and we have all this stuff. Maybe we can figure out a way to help some new beekeepers get going.
Yeah.
Some people think that the state doesn't allow bees, and that's not it. It's just we don't want to haul it there.
No, we have enough bee equipment for 26 hives.
Yeah,
And we're not going to have 26 hives.
Yeah, I want to cut back.
Yeah.
We did at one time. We had
26.
Yeah.
So I don't want that many hives.
I'll tell you
That's a lot
what.
of work.
We'll try and figure out a way that we can do this where we can help launch some new people.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not going to raise bees anymore? Rainey is asking. No, we are.
No.
It's just that we have too much.
Yeah.
And when we had too many beehives, we didn't give them the attention that they needed.
Mm-hmm.
And so they were unproductive to the point of it was bad stewardship.
Yeah, so we'll probably have 4 or 5 tops.
Yeah, I'd say if we kept 5, we'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that would be a wise use of...
Tiny House Prepper says Aruba, and no. But I will say, friend of mine, Tiny House Prepper, I think that we will actually win that trip.
I told him.
Pretty much. That's crazy to me. Oh, to explain, guys, Tiny House Prepper, he is a consultant for the Thrive Life Food Company. And his son, Barry, over at the Empty Hammock channel, for whatever reason, said, you know what? He gave me a call and said, hey, my dad does this thing. which is freeze-dried foods, and it's really, really awesome, and you should consider doing it. And I thought, well, I'll give him a call. In all honesty, in the beginning, I just thought, well, I don't want to offend Barry, so I'll give Bill a call. And then when he started sharing with us what the Thrive Life food was, I honestly was like, this sounds like a good business. However, if the food's not good, we're not going to sell it, because I will not sell something that we absolutely do not believe in. And Bill was extremely generous, and he got us some stuff to try and to get started out with. And I kid you not, it was just bam, we're in.
Oh yeah,
Hooked.
Yeah.
The food is great. It's non-GMO, single ingredients. Not like here's chili. I mean, you can buy stuff like that, but it's just ground beef and salt, or just chicken, or just carrots. And so you make your own recipes.
Yep.
The funny thing is that we started just before Thrive Life had a really big, massive sale that they do like 2 times a year. And we did some stuff in the beginning, and we were going good. And then this sale happened, and everything just ramped up. And Thrive Life has a contest going that if you hit a certain amount of points, they've got a way to tally the points up, then you can go to Aruba on a vacation for free. And
but it's only 2 people.
Well, yeah. The thing is this, though, is that in the beginning we thought, oh, we would never make that. But then all of a sudden it started ramping up really fast, and we're like, holy smokes, we're really close.
Yeah.
And right now we're only 440 points out of 2,000 that we would need to get that trip by the middle of next month.
Middle of next month. Another month.
But the funny thing is this: even if we do win it, which we're thinking we might, we won't go. We would never leave our kids for us to be in another country.
Nope.
No way. That's seven kids, and if something were to happen, or we couldn't get back home or whatever, oh my gosh, we would never do that. So, yeah, well, I mean, and so even though it's likely that we might win a trip to Aruba, if you guys buy Thrive food, whatever, but
right.
Yeah. But that was the joke, because he just suggested Aruba, and I was like, oh, I know what he's talking about. He's talking about the Thrive giveaway.
He gets to go to Aruba. He won the trip, which is so cool.
And I will say this, hats off to Tiny House Prepper, because there are people in his upline that are really, really, really high in the company. And I don't know about executive. I think there's some executives. He beat them.
Yeah.
He's higher up on the list than them.
That's pretty cool.
Keepers at Homestead. We skipped our 20th anniversary cruise for the same reason. Yeah, there's no way we wouldn't do that. Daniel, God is my judge. We're still not telling, but they're getting more information out of Mama than me.
Not anymore. I only said one thing.
Just let them pay the equivalent for the trip. You guys need the money for the move. We were questioning what an alternate prize could be, and they're basically saying it's really the trip, or else the next time they have something.
A convention. They give you tickets to the convention.
Yeah.
Which are like $150 a piece.
So they must have got a good deal on a hotel in Aruba, and
Yeah.
and good for them. I absolutely, I think it's great. It's just not for us,
Right.
You're too light colored. You'll burn. Stay home. Well, I have rosacea. My face looks like a beet, especially if I'm laughing.
And they wonder where I get it from.
Oh, wait. It's been far too long. We need to be on Claire Cam. Why do you always look like that angry cat?
She's a grumpy cat.
The grumpy cat. Smile regular.
That's not a pleasant smile, Claire. Stop that.
Angry smiling. If it works out, what do you look most forward to in the new house? Kitchen, yard, office room? Great question, Loveless. If it works out, see, that's crafty, because that'll give us to dish a little bit. That might.
I know.
What's your favorite?
Having our cow.
Yep.
And that's not giving anything away. Having our cow and our goats back.
Getting our goats back. Yep. And yeah. What I can say is that it's set up perfectly. Everything's there.
Don't give it away.
I'm not.
You're giving it away.
No,
I'm not.
it's not.
Jim says, we were afforded an incredible trip to the Holy Land, but couldn't leave the kids in a different country. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Okay, so good. It's not just us.
Coco, high-speed internet for Brad. We don't know if it's high speed, but we know it has internet.
Yes.
You're moving to Macy and living in the barn with her.
Not so much.
No. I won't.
Although, since there's a lot of new people on since the beginning of the show, this is Macy. And yesterday, was it yesterday?
Yes.
Yesterday she had her calf.
Yes.
And you guys got to come up with a name. But in the description down below, there's a link to a video over at Barn Geek's YouTube page, and you can watch the cow, the baby cow.
Yes.
And actually, it was really funny when we were watching that video. Did you notice that at first, when he was walking up,
Oh,
she's
was
flipping her head a little bit?
She was not real pleased that he was there.
But then when he slowed down, he was talking nice, and then she was no problem.
Yep. I am so disorganized at the moment.
Phoebe Long says, "My country sucks. Can I come and live with you guys?"
Where does Phoebe? Where
Yeah,
Phoebe?
where
Where do you
I
live?
feel
Sure.
She lived out of.
Is she
She's
Canadian?
America.
I thought she's Canadian.
That would make sense.
I don't
Why
know.
it sucks.
Well, there's lots of.
No.
I'm kidding.
You,
I'm kidding.
hey, you defend yourself. I'm not going to do it.
I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
I'm outside of Gettysburg. This is Corey Kaufman. I'm outside of Gettysburg, PA, and it's surely beautiful with all its fruit orchards right now. Yeah.
Oh, I bet it is gorgeous.
The cow is a male, a little boy cow.
Yes, it's a little boy.
So is the baby cow be future burgers or breeding stock?
Burgers.
Yeah. Yeah. We have no desire to get or mess with a bull right now.
No, I spoke to Aaron, who is the barn geek, and he gave some wise advice on not having a bull because the Jersey bulls get mean, he said.
Huh. Phoebe is from Canada, Alberta, to be more specific.
Cool.
Name him Smith & Wesson.
Oh, that's funny.
That's funny. So actually, this is really great, guys, because you are the ones that helped us come up with the idea to help some new beekeepers. And that'll help us out, too. Maybe that can be... We'll have to give some thought to how to do this, because the equipment needs a once-over.
Yeah. It needs some help.
Needs some help. But we've got it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's all of the stuff on our list, guys.
Yeah.
For those of you who are Thrive customers of ours, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's because of you we will be able to say no to Aruba.
Nice.
Did you get the same? I'm sorry. Are they asking about the bee equipment, Claire?
Yeah, he had said that him and his sister were gonna get started this summer, and I didn't know if they had equipment already. And I think they live in Virginia.
Well, let's say this, guys. We live north of Cincinnati, so if it's not worth it to make the drive, the cost of the equipment, then, that's something you would have to figure out for yourself. But we'll start like this. I'm going to come up with a way that we can announce this, or somehow we'll think it up, and then in private, people can private message us if they fit the bill and want to get started and all that kind of stuff. So, will you be selling the beehives in the yard sale? You know what? I could probably bring a few out just to see if anybody's interested, but that's not the kind of thing you usually see at a garage sale.
We're gonna put the chicken tractor out there.
Good point. Good point.
Because that's not a real easy move.
Well, and maybe the Going Batty channel wants it, because his tractor was tractorlicious. I think he's as good as a carpenter as I am. So there you have that. You can, however you want to work that in your brain.
When you don't have the right tools, it's really hard to build something properly.
Yep. So, okay, guys, there's links down below for everything. We're going to get back to our mess. And,
Wee, white man.
well, she's been going, so I got to get back to the mess. My mess is in my room. Oh, yeah. I've been going through hundreds and hundreds of guitar cables, computer cables, power cables, digital audio cables. So,
Crazy.
there we go. Anyway, thank you guys for coming and hanging out. And, Claire, why don't you finish us up here?
Don't be stupid and make bad decisions.
Oh, Claire. Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye.